Hey, what's up guys? Jesse Norris here. Sorry it took so long to get to you. It's currently Monday. My weekend, I worked at the BFE. It's the Body Fit Expo here in Boise, Idaho. It's a smaller kind of bodybuilding expo, I guess. Vendors come in and then we had the powerlifting meet and things there. I was planning on competing there. But obviously with my back and shoulders now, just did not go as planned. For those of you guys that went and checked out a shirt or are currently thinking about it, I believe the sale is going to end Wednesday. So if you do want one, make sure to go check them out, and anyone that has went and got one, I really do appreciate your support. So I'm gonna go over a few Q&A questions today, not much, and it's gonna be real short and simple, sweet, to the point. And Wednesday's my appointment for my back and stuff, so I'll bring my camera around and just see whether or not I can take it in with me. It'd be cool to have it for what is it? I can't even think of the kind of video it would be. A documentary, I guess. Jesus. Alright. Alright. Couple questions. Let's go. William Anthony, do you ever hit heavy dips, pull-ups, and rows, low rep ranges? Sometimes. I'll add a 45 and do like sets of 8 on pull-ups, and I can still hit, with the weighted 45 on dips, I can still hit 15 to 20. So I'll do that. So it's always good to mix it up and throw some extra weight on. I prefer doing it on pull-ups, but I don't always, and I do it rarely, but good question. I do that. It is good for you. So keep it up. Do you feel that getting more than one meal in before an intense training session makes you significant difference in performance? For me, no. And I say that because I was used to training so long. I worked nights, so I'd work 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. I would sleep from like 7 a.m. till 2 in the afternoon, and immediately as soon as I went and woke up, I went and worked out, and I would work out on an empty stomach. So I've been used to that. My body adjusted and adapted to that, and that's kind of what I'm used to. But now that I'm working a normal shift and normal hours, obviously if I don't eat anything, I do feel like shit. So I do eat a few meals throughout the day before training. So it really just depends where you're at, I guess. I think the biggest thing is consistency. Obviously, your body should be able to perform better with some form of energy, such as carbs and proteins, some kind of energy that it can utilize while you're lifting. But obviously, if you're consistent and you train on an empty stomach normally, I guess I would say, I can't say that you can't get a good training session, because that's not true. I've had many of them. Like I said, consistency. So if you're able to get a few meals before training, do so. If you're not, if you're in a weird schedule like I was for many years, then it's okay. Just be consistent. Is your shoulder still fucked up for benching? Also, why do you include strongman training in your program? I kind of answered this on there, but yes, my shoulder is messed up from last year's strongman. Finally getting it looked at. For a long time I said, oh, I can work through this, because I work through all my injuries. It's not like I'm healthy very rarely, just because the intensity of training I go through, and I'm training every day. Could I take some days off and recover? Absolutely. But for my sanity, I have to train every day, and it's what I enjoy, so it's just part of my routine. Why do I include strongman training into my programming? The strongman training I do carry over into my programming actually does help and transfer into your compound lifts. Like I have in there farmer carries, which are a great exercise for grip strength, for your upper back strength. So it really does carry over into the lockout. Stones are great for the low and mid back as well as explosiveness. So those can help with both your squat and your deadlift. Mostly probably your deadlift, because you got to pick it straight up off the floor. And then I have tire flips in there, which are great for like hip and glute drive. You really got to throw your hips into that thing. Otherwise, if you're trying to lift with your biceps, you're probably going to blow a bicep. So if you see me on Instagram flipping tires, just know, yes, you may try it, but make sure you're not lifting with your arms, or it's a common mishap that people blow their biceps. Just FYI, I'm not liable for your mistakes. Okay? Capiche? Alright. New videos yeah, that made me think of Dom too. Because I don't know when these videos are going to be out. Let me go to my last Q&A here. See what you guys said. See what the top ones are. Would you be interested in making a gear bag video? Yes, I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me. Your hair makes you look like a lesbian. Thank you. Probably a sexy one at that, right? If you were able to compete, or if you were to compete in untested fed again, would you do all of your prep on a deadlift bar? That's a good question. I don't know whether that would help me or not. Honestly, I didn't feel like it made much difference for me. Training with a stiff bar helps with you off the floor, obviously. I like to make my exercises as hard as possible, so that's why I do deficits. So I'd probably just continue training with a straight bar. You're the coolest. Thanks. Thanks, Thumb Wiggler. Alright, how long is this video? Almost 8 minutes? Okay. Hey Jesse, where did you learn about things like programming? Well, that's just something I've put together over years and years of training. I studied sports medicine, personal training. I read the NASM book. I took ISSA certification. So I am a certified personal trainer. So I do know a little bit of stuff. You know, you wouldn't think it by me talking on a camera, but yeah. And then just the years of training, things that I've liked and disliked, and what I found works best for me. So when I say what works best for me, obviously everyone has a little bit different body structure and, you know, fulcrum points and just kind of how things work and levers. You know, you could go into it all day. So I say what works best for me. It may work for you. It's more than likely going to work for you as somewhat, but it works better for some more than others, I guess is all I'm saying. Have you ever soiled your trousers during a squat or deadlift? I have not. It's possible if you wear a belt and you have to pee, I guess, because you have that weight and pressure sitting on your bladder, so it's not impossible. Alright, one more good one. Come on. Seriously guys, on these Q&As it would help me a ton if you guys read each other's comments, because I'm sure that there's duplicates. Alright, Neil Cognito, just because he's always on my channel. 2-part question, answer it when you get some time. What did you do to your back? Did you strain it? I do not know what I did. I was doing deficits after a heavy session Monday, and something must have just shifted, just the slightest bit. I immediately set the weight down because I felt it, and just my muscles, my low back, everything seized up. And I took some muscle relaxers and things to help me loosen up, and then I just try to keep working. I was working with lightweight for me, thinking I could work through it, and then my SIs got all inflamed, so I'm dealing with that now. Yeah. Some Russian dude, I assume, totaled 23:17 at 231. 20 years old. He did a 950 squat, 782 pull. Do you have any idea how much carryover IPF guys are getting out of their squat gear? I don't know anything about gear. So gear, it's not going to help much on a deadlift, that's for sure, unless he's a sumo puller. I haven't looked. But gear does help quite a bit. When I lifted in gear, it was single ply knee wraps. I had a narrow squat and just conventional dead, so I didn't get a ton out of my deadlift stuff, but it had a little carryover, 20 pounds maybe. The squat though, you can get a bit out of knee wraps and a squat suit. I know when I was squatting, I got a good 120 to 150 pounds out of knee wraps and a suit. So even if he, I mean, he may get more, I don't know. Everyone's a little different. The more you know about your suit, the more you can get out of it. I feel like I was always just a raw lifter. You know, I don't like to use the suit. I think it's not necessarily cheating when that's what the competition calls for, but I just like to know what my body can do naturally. So yeah, insane total for a 20-year-old. That's awesome. Anyways, that's our Q&A. It's 10 minutes more now. I'm gonna take my camera with me Wednesday, and we'll see what we can get. Alright guys, for those of you that are watching, please leave your questions, comments below. If you have not subscribed, please do so. And a reminder to you guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I do post quite a bit on there. So if you want to follow me, that's the best place, just FYI. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. I appreciate all your support. Keep those questions coming. And hopefully we will have another video here after Wednesday. Have a great week.